everybody. Welcome to today's daily market commentary. It is Monday, the 6th of November. Hope everybody had a great weekend as well as a great trading day. For those of you that are new to the page and new to the channel, what we do every day is the same thing. We look at the same 8 to 12 futures markets and we leave the lines on the charts. That way you can see how a trade evolves and what happens in the different positions. So if there's something that you'd like me to see specifically, do me a favor, leave me a comment down below and I will do my best to make sure that I cover it. So let's go ahead and get rolling. I'm going to start with the S&P. Today, I will tell you this is the third time I've done this recording today because every time I start, I keep getting a phone call. So I did draw these lines a few minutes ago. Today in the S&P, we definitely rallied up, got above our prior high to a brand new all-time high. And when I go down to, say, a 15-minute chart, there's a level in here that I like. Simply because I like a couple of things about it. First of all, the time of the day that it was created tells me that there's a lot of volume at that period of the day. The other thing I like about it, especially when I go back and look at it on the hourly time period, is that it really serves as an area that acted in the past as an area of resistance, as a ceiling for price, if you will. And it took a lot of power to break through that ceiling. The question is, did every single order down here that wanted to buy get their orders filled? My guess is probably not, and there's probably some more that have piled up since then. So I'm going to throw a quick study on here, looking at our volume profile. One of the things I'm not a huge fan of is the low amount of volume at that price point. I would have expected a slightly higher volume profile on that price point. If I move this to a 15-minute, we'll see if I see something any different. Slightly higher than what it was later in the day. So there could be, it's in purple because it's a lower probability level, and we'll leave it kind of in that realm and in that range. In the Nasdaq, nothing today that I like as much as that S&P level. We've continued to rally up, brand new all-time high, and we're going to leave the Nasdaq alone for the moment. There could be a level in here on a reversal potential back in there, but we still have a level way down here. Now remember, none of these areas that we've got highlighted, we haven't hit them, but they don't go away. They're still valid. Crude oil, for those of you that were willing to take the breakout, we have a really nice breakout that is continuing to run. I know a number of people that got into this thing last week are frankly still in the position, and so hip, hip, hooray. I would move your stop up considerably to below maybe this area here, as today we got another breakout potential just above here. A lot of people took that breakout. I saw a lot of people on Twitter today that were long crude oil and allowing it to continue to run. Trading against these big moves up, these big runs up is a way to get yourself killed overall. So this is continuing to go. Now, when I look at this though on a bigger picture and I move this to say a daily time period, we finally have broken above this area here, and this is what we had talked about was going to be an important spot to break through is this $55 price point. Breaking through that $55 magical price point means that we've got some room for price to continue to run. If I go all the way out to the weekly, I think that price could conceivably easily run up to this range here. And then if we break out above this 62.50 area, then you've got price running until 75. So oil could be in a mode where we see some runs higher. So just keep in mind that is a potential going forward. Gold. So gold, we had a little bit of a reversal, a confirmation entry trade established and set up. We had talked about this. Actually, you know what? I did not do a commentary on Friday. So on a level like this, price came through the area and violated the area before coming back out. So while we've gotten a nice run out of here, I'm not going to tell you that I caught it because it didn't. I'm not going to play that because it went through my level before giving me the confirmation entry. There's nothing that I'm going to play that's going to get me in on that particular entry. This short from a while back was a really nice short. We're going to continue to have this as this level can still be valid. I think that we're setting up for a potential breakout to the upside in gold again, and we've got this area right up in here as a potential reversal target later on. So I'm going to highlight this as another potential reversal target if price does indeed get back into that range. Looking at our bonds, so in the bond arena, we can see that the bonds have continued to rally, and we did not, unfortunately, get another entry back into this zone. Waited, have not gotten anything yet. If I look at this as far as an uptrend, I've got a pretty strong upward trending market here. We want to make sure that we can include those wicks when we draw our trend line. And if I just kind of cut a center line in here, which this is kind of running along that center line, there's no reason for me to think that this upward trend is going to stall out. We definitely have this area right in here, which has acted as a ceiling in the past that we've hit, come down, hit, come down, hit, and we're hanging around in there right now. This could be another breakout long potential if we get through here. So I'm going to put a breakout entry right above there. And remember, breakouts are the ones that we use blue lines for. So a breakout would be a blue line. So I've got a breakout entry. I'm actually going to put it just a bit lower. Breakout entry right about here for a potential long. Now, if I do take that breakout entry, my stop's going to go right there. It's going to be a pretty tight stop just beneath that current price. All right, on the Aussie. So the Aussie, we've got this same level that's been kind of acting, this dashed line that we talked about. Price broke down through there, was a good breakdown opportunity through this level here. It's been tested a number of times, and it got tested yet again. Now we're at it for the third time. I'm going to remove the line. There is a chance to get yet another breakout above this area, but for the meantime, I'm going to let this thing be. I'd like to see if indeed price can come back up into this range, looking for a possible breakout above that area there. But we're not anywhere near that area yet, so I'm going to leave that alone. The euro, still have a level here in the euro. I've been unable to get to it. That's been there for a number of days. You can go back and watch some of our older recordings if you want to see our thoughts behind why that level was selected. And then the Canadian dollar. Feeling like I missed one, right? This was not a breakout long. This was actually a breakout short, as we never really got below it enough for me to get short on this thing, and I feel like we've missed a large part of this move. We could get a little bit of a pullback right into this area down in here, so keep an eye on a smaller time period for a pullback where you might be comfortable kind of getting back in, and there it is right there. Just using this little level right there. Oops, wrong line. This area right in here as a potential long if you want to take a retest on a smaller time frame. Remember, the smaller time frames, the lower the probability of success. That's kind of why I like to stick to these hourly charts and just be a little bit more patient. Nat Gas. So Nat Gas was price gapped up above our level, which means there's no reason to take it. So we've got to remove this. Gapped up through our level. Nothing here. Nothing to see here, if you will. No reason to short it. Could go long on the breakout, on the gap up. I know a lot of people that will go long on the first 5-minute candle after a gap up, but then they would have been stopped out pretty quickly. So it's up to you on how you decide to play this particular style. Looking at it on a daily, we are coming close to an area which has been a resistance point in the past. Breaking above there would be another potential breakout long. Looking at the Great British Pound. Great British Pound, we had a setup earlier in the day. This thing rallied up, another breakout. Here's a retest opportunity if indeed it comes back to that area. Don't know if we're going to see a retest back into this zone, but if we do, this could be a good chance to be a buyer. I don't like this area up here as much. It was right around lunchtime. This area I like a bit better. And last but certainly not least is the Japanese yen. Now this Japanese yen level has just been teasing us for days. Almost got in. almost got in. We're still coming close to that range, and it's still a valid area and something for us to keep on our radar screens heading into the next day. So that there you have it. That's our one more, copper. Copper on an hourly chart, we are starting to get a little bit of a wedge here, where I've got higher swing lows and about the same on the highs. So I'd like to see this high get tested one more time and then fail and put in another higher swing low. If that high is tested again and I get another swing low, then I'm going to like this for a potential breakout candidate. I have gotten a lot of feedback on the breakouts and my breakout style of trading. For those of you that have taken classes with me in the past, I primarily taught reversals, as that was the curriculum that I was primarily teaching, but breakouts are a very, very effective way to trade when we understand how they're done. I've gotten a few requests for me to teach that. If that's something that you want to see, let me know. If I get enough people that want to see it, maybe I'll do a Facebook Live or a YouTube Live or a Twitter Live or something where I can do a class and you guys can ask questions real time while I do it. So if you want me to do that, leave me a comment either in Twitter or on the Facebook channel. That way I know that you do. And if there's enough people that are interested in it, maybe I'll see if I can't throw one of those together sometime and towards the end of this week. So hope everybody has a great day. If you need something, feel free to give me a holler. Thank you so much for joining. Do me a favor, share the page, like the page, tell your friends about it, and I will talk to you soon. See ya.